All right, everybody. Scott Pierce here at Listings to Leads. Welcome to the call today on a beautiful Friday morning or afternoon, depending on where you're at. I'm in California. It's a little bit early. Well, it's 11 a.m. It's not early, but early enough for a Friday. How is everybody doing? Deb. Good to see you. And as you can see on my screen, I put 2 links into the StreamYard chat. And one of them, I'm telling you right now, people, game changer, absolute game changer right here, what I'm holding in my hand. One of our clients took this and went door knocking to an expired listing. And she got the listing while at the property. So I want you all to click on that link. I want you to order this. And it's kind of a 2-part thing. What it is this is a 24 to 28 page, the complete marketing plan to get your expired listing or expired home sold. And it is the 100 plus point home marketing plan from Listings to Leads, every page branded to you. And there are QR codes people can scan, single property website, virtual tours. Absolutely amazing. This right here, you could mail it, you could door knock with it. I'm going to walk through it just real quickly here before we get into how to market a pending listing, where you're the listing agent or the selling agent in about 2 minutes. But I'm just telling you, people, you could literally get a listing a week, no problem, using this booklet right here. At the link I put into the chat, if you're watching this on recording, go to the mastermind group, type in how to get 10 listings by the end of the year. Just go ahead and search, use the search filter or the search feature for that topic right there. And well, so what she did, and this is what I do recommend, is she door knocked with it. She had a cover letter, but then she also had a quick CMA. So, from your MLS, whatever you use for a CMA, not a detailed, not a 12-page, a 1-page quick CMA. She door knocked an expired listing. The homeowner took it from her, right? The agent offered the homeowner, right? Hi, my name is Scott with XYZ Realty, and I see your property has recently expired, and I'd like to give you my 100-point home marketing plan and see how, my marketing is different from most other agents in the area. The homeowner took it. All right. I mean, man, when you go through this thing as a homeowner, right? And probably their previous agent had a 1-page slick, probably put the sign in their yard, maybe did a post, right? Maybe did an open house. But when a homeowner goes through this, it's lights out. It's game over. It's done. So I want you, so when you click on this link, it's kind of a 2-part thing. One is you're going to pay $60 for the setup and 1 copy of this sent to you for review. So we're going to set it up for you. You're going to click the link. You're going to pay $60, and I'm telling you, $60 is cheap. I could be charging $200 for this, no problem, and it would be worth it. But I just want this in your hands. I want you using it. I want your feedback on it. So for $60, we're going to add a listing to your account that we can use as a demo listing. That way we can print this up with all of your branding. We're then going to prepare it and make sure everything is perfect. We're then going to send you a hard copy in the mail as part of that $60. You're going to get it, and you are going to most likely come back hopefully with a post in the mastermind group like John did here. Hot off the presses, love my expired listing marketing book. Right. Thank you to the team. And oh my God, that looks so hot. Whatever image you want on the front, we can use whatever image that you want. I like to use kind of like a sample property of your area. So something that looks appropriate for your area. We want it looking clean. If you got professional photos of a great listing that you've recently sold, that would be phenomenal to put here, because then we can show people a great home that you specifically sold. This is actually an AI image. of a home. And we got versions for Florida. We got versions for, general areas. The Florida version just has a palm tree in the front. That's the only thing. In California, it's got a redwood tree in the front. So, excuse me, we want to make sure that it looks good and appropriate for your area. I've got like 3 or 4 different home images that would be appropriate to use depending on where you're at. Or again, you could send me an image that you want to use. Once you approve it, so now John, he got it. He loves it. Now he can order 10, 20, or 30 at a time for $8 each. And I'm telling you, I'm not going to say it's an absolute steal, but it is. If you were to go to, well, first of all, if you have a Mailbox Power account, you can do this yourself, but you're paying a couple of $100 a month for your Mailbox Power account. So there's that. You could do Staples, but then you're going to be paying over $10 per copy. And I'm telling you, it's not going to be as good. This thing has been kicking around my home for almost a week and a half now. I show it in all the calls. I'm doing when I do one-on-ones, I'm showing this to people. It's gone from the kitchen to the garage to my car to my office to the living room. I mean, it's gone all over the place, and it still looks amazing. Right? Look at that. Absolutely amazing. The paper is thicker than what you would find in a magazine. Like if I go to the store and I pick up a magazine, this paper is thicker, so you can get a good sense of it right there. Right, how it looks. So your branding is on every page. So I'm being very insistent. I'm really pushing this. I'm not a salesperson. I'm not a good salesperson. But what I am is, I know this is going to get you listings. You can use it for expireds, canceled. We've even got FSBO versions that we're not promoting under this plan right now, but we might be doing FSBOs later. Obviously, this is the same one that you're similar to what you're using when you're in a listing presentation. So yeah, go ahead and click that link in the chat. Order yours today. When I say get 10 listings, I'm not being facetious. This is not hyperbole. You could literally we got 10 weeks till the end of the year. You could get 10 listings, I think, pretty easily if you can handle it. Now, 10 listings might be too much. I would probably be happier if I'm a single agent, at least with 3 or 4 listings. That would be phenomenal for me. But obviously, we know how it is, right? We got 4 sellers. We're in conversation. Maybe, 2 of them do something and the other one's going to wait. So I don't want to get just 4 seller leads with this. I want to get 4 listings from it. All right. And again, I know someone's going to get 10 listings by the end of the year. I don't know if it'll be you. And even if you don't get 10, if you get 2 or 3, I think a lot of you would be really, really happy. So anyways, click on that link, go to the mastermind group, ask a question, let us know how we can help you. I just want these in your hands. I'm keeping the price as low as possible. So for now, let's go ahead and get into what we're supposed to be getting into, which is how to market a pending listing. Now, keep in mind, this could be where you're the listing agent or you're the selling agent. We have had clients with a buyer in contract add the listing to their account. All right. So it's their buyers in contract. They add that to their account and they've actually had a listing before the property closes escrow. How phenomenal is that? That's absolutely crazy. So get yourself over to listingstoleads.com, log into your account. And before we get there, I've also dropped this link into the chat. Again, if you're watching on the recording, listingstoleads.com/pending. Super easy URL. And when you scroll down, you're going to see a video webinar. You're going to see a pro tip. And this is something that I think would be very, very helpful for a lot of you. I don't mean helpful, beneficial, I guess. So this right here is a pending listing. And what I've done is I changed the property description from what it is normally to one that's appropriate for homeowners looking at this market, at my marketing. So when I do a Facebook ad for a pending listing or do the nearby homeowner letter, I do a social media post, I do a short form video, whatever, right? The e-flyer to my database. it's more geared towards homeowners and seller leads than it is for buyer leads. And so I want to make sure that my property description speaks to that. So that when when a homeowner is viewing this, all right, they're able to get better information than if I didn't change this. So again, if you go to listingstoleads.com/pending, there's two URLs. One where I'm the selling agent, i.e. my buyer is in contract. And this is the one here where I'm the listing agent. Or no, I'm sorry. It was the other way around. That was about selling. That was the first one was the listing. This is the selling. You can see here, I guided another buyer. So obviously I'm the selling agent. So take a look at that. Because what we want when homeowners land on our marketing or respond or engage with our marketing, that we got the best messaging possible. And so changing that property description like that goes a long way. All right. In today's call, and this is a great URL because this is as if we were sitting next to each other talking. And I just wanted to make sure you understood what was going on, give you a little bit of color behind what it is that we're doing. So I'm just going to review this briefly, and then we're going to get into the account and actually do it. But you have access to this if you need it for later. So obviously here we got a Facebook and Instagram ad. These will generate seller leads, name, email, phone number, selling time frame, and the ad, the lead form in the ad offers the lead a copy of your ultimate guide to buying a home. So when somebody clicks on the ad, the lead form is going to come up and it's going to say, what's your time frame to sell? And they'll select from a dropdown. And then it'll say, would you like a copy of my ultimate guide to selling your home? And the dropdown is yes or no. If they say yes, we will send them the guide automatically. The guide is branded to you, your picture, your logo, your colors, your fonts, everything. It's branded to you perfectly, beautifully. If you need to change anything, go to your Listings to Leads profile and you can, make it look perfect however you want. And if you've got the AI text follow-up set up, these seller leads will be engaged with via the AI text. Now, we just had a client, the lead came in off a home value. So similar, it's a seller lead, and the lead actually set up an appointment via the AI text for the agent or with the agent. So it's pretty awesome. We've got automated email follow-up. We've got the automated AI text follow-up. But if you've got a CRM and you want your leads to go to Lofty, to Sierra, to Bold, you can do that as well. In your Listings to Leads profile, you can connect your CRM to our system. And that way, all the leads just go to your CRM automatically. We have automated social media posts. So Facebook, X, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Google. They don't generate a lot of leads, but they're good for engagement. We're going to walk through Instagram stories. So Instagram, TikTok, YouTube shorts, and we'll come back to this page a little bit later and we'll take a look at some examples of how to market a pending listing on short form video. And when I say short form video, that could be short form image, that could be an image, that could be a video clip, right? Don't overcomplicate it. Don't overthink it, but we're going to be putting polls. We're going to add links so that when people view our pending listing as either a listing or selling agent, they're able to engage with our postings. If you're the listing agent or even the selling agent, we got emails. So we got an email. I'm sorry, this is for listing agents only. So for listing agents, we've got a e-flyer and a social media post that you're going to want to get to the seller for them to let everybody know that their home is now pending, but that you're not going to stop marketing it. And it's going to help get you some phenomenal leads. So we'll be walking through that. We'll next be walking through the nearby homeowner letter. This is one of the best tools for getting listings. Now, what I would do is I would combine that with the standard listing presentation version of this. So this booklet right here is for expired. And the only thing really different is the cover. All right. I will show you where the standard one is for standard listing presentation. if you're door knocking, I would have maybe 3 or 4 copies of this so that as I'm talking to people, I just got it and I can even just give them a copy. I mean, this thing's like a magazine. This thing is so damn hot. I mean, just trust me on this one. All right. I don't say trust me on a lot of things. I'm not emphatic on a lot of things. I'm emphatic on this because I've seen other vendors, $300 a month. You get 20 of these books that look like they're from 1995 that nobody's going to read, right? I mean, I don't want to say they're pointless, but they're like a paperweight. People are going to get this book. They're going to put it down. They may thumb through it a little bit. It's mostly a branding thing, all right? No one is going to look at these things and go, oh my God, that is so amazing. This right here, full color, 8.5 by 11. No one's going to throw it away. They're going to just it's going to sit there on the kitchen countertop. It's going to sit there on the bedroom dresser or wherever it is that, the dining room, because it looks hot. It looks beautiful. It's got every single page of the marketing that you're doing, and it's interactive because the QR codes, the URLs, everything is live. So they can actually scan QR codes, go to URL, send a text. I mean, this thing, it's not just a one-way street. This thing is actually an interactive magazine that people are going to be able to again, scan QR codes, send text codes, go to URLs. Amazing. So anyways, nearby homeowner letter. Now you can mail these. You can door knock with them. You can door drop. People have done all sorts of things and have been successful. We've also got postcards and door hangers, and I'll walk you through that as well. We got circle prospecting scripts that we'll walk through. And then for your database, we got an e-flyer that is absolutely phenomenal. Perfect. I've had a client will use it the other week and got a great lead from it. And then we want to send that e-flyer to at least our seller leads. Now, if we don't want to send it to our buyer leads, that's totally fine. But I would at least want to send it to all my homeowner and home seller leads. Let them know that real estate is moving, that I am involved with real estate moving to help us get more contact, more engagement with people in our audience. So the e-flyer and all of these tools, they automatically link to your pending single property website. All right. So if you got videos, 3D tours, community videos, about you videos, all of those can be put in your listings to lead single property website so that you're creating this beautiful piece of marketing that is not just about the property itself, but you can actually shape the conversation, have a much deeper conversation with people than otherwise possible. And I'll point you in the direction. I'll walk you through that as well. We got a database call script. So while we want to email everybody, right, all of our homeowners, all of our seller leads, we want to call through a few of them as well. We want our database not to forget us. All right, Deb, you got an amazing personality. You got the way you speak. And so, we can't just rely on people seeing our videos and our shorts and things like that. So I want to make sure that they know how awesome I am. So I'm going to just give them a quick phone call. This is not a cold call. So it's not one of those, oh, well, don't leave a voicemail. If I get their voicemail, I'm going to leave just a super quick voicemail. The point of this is I want to just check in and not let them completely forget about me. So we got a database call script. We have a short form video script. So we had the ads, we got posts, we got stories, all right, stories, reels, TikToks, and now we got short form video scripts. So these are all different, and you're going to want to do all of them, especially for pending. Pending is my absolute favorite status. I love it because that's a little bit of a black box that people don't really get. They don't know. They don't know what it's sold for, but they're curious, but you can't tell them. And so they don't know. And so that creates this opportunity to have a reason to get back with people when they respond to our marketing for a pending listing. Again, whether you're the listing or the selling agent, either way. All right. Then I talked a little bit about the single property website virtual tours, listing flyers and sign writers. Okay. This is one of my favorite. I'm just telling you, you want to get this right here. So whether you call it active contingent, under contract, under deposit, sale pending, whatever, you want to get that on the yard sign as quickly as possible where you're the listing agent. You want to get the sign writer, and I mentioned that, and the listing flyer. And so what you want to do is get a like a plexiglass flyer box, or just whatever, a flyer box. Get it on the yard sign so that when the neighbors see sale pending, all right, they see sale pending or under contract, and then they see a flyer box or the text 12345 to 25678 to get the virtual tour sent to you, and you get the phone number. These are some of the best quality leads you're going to get. Absolutely phenomenal leads. And they're cheap, because when you own, these things cost, I'm in California, and I think they were $8 last year when I bought it. All right. So that's a one-time payment. The flyer box, I don't know what, 10 or 15 bucks, maybe, again, a one-time payment. And then the flyers, what do they cost? Like 50 cents, maybe a dime to print, depending on where you're going to get them printed. And they can be some of the best quality leads. All those homeowners, just random people driving by. And if you don't put sale pending, the yard sign's not even going to catch their eye. And so when you put, that's why I've got all of these things, because they are almost like, I got open house, I got just listed, I got coming soon, because they help get people to pay attention or notice that yard sign even better, because the top of it is changing, and it's almost like a long drawn out story that we're able to keep in front of the neighbors for weeks or a couple of months at a time. And if we don't have it up there, or if we don't change it, then they're not even going to notice it. So I want you to get those status writers, all right, and make that yard sign. The yard sign should look something like this. In fact, I will tell you what, it is getting darker earlier. I believe daylight savings, it's got to end this week or next week. When does daylight savings end? I know budgets are tight for a lot of people, but when you can afford it, this light right here will work, is amazing. When you're in a listing presentation, especially this time of year coming up, and you got this is, amazing. You're probably, you may not even need the light, but I've talked to people that use these lights, and they use them in a listing presentation as well, to tell the homeowner, I make sure I light up my signs, and you notice they got the flyer box right there. And so the pitch in a listing presentation is, for 12 hours, half the day, it's pretty dark. And so when you drive around the neighborhood, notice most of these yard signs in front of properties that are for sale, nobody can see them half the day. I put a light on my yard sign so that at night, people driving by will see that your home is for sale. They can text for more information. They will see that there's a flyer box. See how I can see that flyer box super easily? Imagine this yard sign with no light. You wouldn't see anything, right? You wouldn't even notice the yard sign. So anyways, I don't want to, again, it's not the cheapest thing in the world. There might be cheaper ones. I just don't know. But I do know some people that have used this particular light. There's no affiliate link. This is just a standard link to their website. But it is something I like to point out. All right, blog post, custom website, blog posts. All right, yada, yada, yada. All right, let's go ahead and log in. I'm logged into listings to leads. I'm going to go to listings. If you need help getting that pending listing into your account, let our support team know. Hopefully the listing came in from the data feed. If it did, all you have to do, if you need, sometimes it'll, depending on your MLS, it will update to pending automatically. And please know, when I say pending, I'm referring to all of those statuses: in contract, under deposit, active contingent. So some MLSs send that information so we can automatically update it for you. Some MLSs just drop the listing out of the data feed, so we have no idea what happened. And so if you need to, I can come into my account and go active and come down here and select, as appropriate, in contract, under deposit, active, contingent, or pending. Select the appropriate status, right? Just select it. The whole page is going to reset, and then you'll see where it says pending. All right, so we got pending. And I can also click the green add listing button and add it. You have to add it manually. Typically, you can try to grab it, but a lot of the times, again, like I mentioned before, a lot of MLSs, once your listing is in contract, they drop it. So nobody has access to it anymore. So it's not able to be grabbed. It won't come in from a data feed if it hadn't already. So you may need to add it manually, but think of your listing as content, because it is. With listings to leads, your listings are some of the best content out there. So this will be the overview. If I click learn more under step-by-step guide, that's going to take me back to the page that we were just looking at. That'll take me back to listingstoleads.com/pending. We got a checklist right here, a one-page checklist, which is pretty cool. So you can take a look at that. Take a look at that if you want. And all we want to do is just work our way down this list. So Facebook and Instagram ad. So we talked about this before: name, email, phone number, selling time frame, and the offer for the ultimate guide to selling your home. It's going to autofill location of the listing. I would leave it. Radius of 15. I would leave it. Lifetime budget of 50. 50 is a minimum. If you got the ability to increase that, I probably would. I just checked 2 days ago. Pending, shoot, it was either $8 or $12. Whatever it was a really good price for the last 7 days. So just between $8 and $12. In fact, I want to say actually $8 and something. Sold was 12. Pending was 8 something on average. So not bad. It'll run for 1 week. I can change the template. I can change the image. I can put a video here. Deb, I know you would be phenomenal, right? You could sit there, go to the property, put it behind you, green screen, record a quick little video about, in fact, the script you could use, we'll get to a little bit later, but we got the short form video script right here. You could just take that script, record a video, and use a video here. You can retarget current leads by checking this box. And then I can also go to a custom audience. So if you've got a custom audience prepared previously, like from your database, you bought a list from Redx or My Plus Leads or Vulcan 7 or anything like that, right? You've already got a custom audience. I can advertise to that custom audience as well, and then hit create ad. It's literally that easy. Now I'm gonna do the ad just one more time, and I'm gonna show you how to change the template, because we want to make sure that we got a good image or video, because that's what people are going to see, and that's a big thing on whether or not they click. Now notice, if you're not subscribed to the AI text follow-up, that this is your opportunity right here. See conversations, subscribe. It's $50 for 50 conversations for 2 months. That would be a minimum. If I'm going to use this, I actually want to try to get up to the 100 leads. And I'm telling you, it's pretty damn good. It is pretty good. We ask them if they want more information about this listing, or if they're just browsing, if they like to get a home value. We make offers for different guides. So we're making, we're following up, we're making value offers. It works out pretty good. Let me run this ad one more time. So again, I click on Facebook and Instagram ad. All right, again, location's going to autofill. Radius 15, lifetime budget of 100, and change template. So let me just show you. If I go change template, edit, or if I scroll down here, you're going to notice we got 21 different templates. The first two are my favorite. I think the first two are the best. I just like having those multiple images of different property photos. But of course, you can use whichever template you want. And then the biggest problem I see with most people is they may have 4 images of the same thing, meaning it's the front of the house 4 times, because when you uploaded it to the MLS, you just grouped all the photos together like most people do. What I recommend is when you upload even to the MLS, front of the house, kitchen, living room, primary bedroom, if appropriate, and the backyard. Those first 5 photos should be the best 5 features of that property, starting out with the front of the house. So I want to see, like for this property right here. Now, obviously, this is a demo listing. It's gorgeous. But notice I got the front of the house, living room, kitchen, and looks like another kitchen picture. So here's how you fix this. There's a little edit icon in the top left. And for each image, there's an update feature. So I can rotate, change position, update, and update. So the one behind here, that's kind of another image of the kitchen, which I don't need 2 images. So I'm going to use a picture of the pool. And boom, there we go. That's a little bit dark, so we can see the fact that there's 20 more pictures, 15 more photos, 30, 36 more photos, whatever you got. But you can still see it perfectly. And then if I wanted to, I can change the color. And the last thing I can do here is change this text. Let's see if I just add. No, I wouldn't normally do this, just to show you. Oh, that's kind of cool. Apply. Now it's kind of red on red, so it doesn't really show that gray, but you get my point. I just want to show you that all of this is completely editable. So when you're going to run an ad and you look at the image that's going to be used, on how to optimize it, so that, again, I don't want you to be showing front of the house center, front of the house left, front of the house right, and then front of the house from the side. That's just 4 of the same photos. You can do better. I hope everybody gets that. And so there we go. There's my updated image. I got my little emoji right there. Very cool. Let's take a look at the social media post. This will post automatically. And again, I can change the image. I can click post now. I can schedule it, but again, typically it's going to auto post right away. Here I can change the template. For the post, I like the side like this better. And if your listing accidentally posts with the wrong template, you can always delete it and just come back in here and click to repost if you wanted to. One thing I've learned is 20 different people, 20 agents will do everything differently. So if I got 20 people doing this, every single 12 of those 120 people are going to do this differently. So I like to just kind of mention all the different options. All right. It's going to link right to my single property website. Looks phenomenal. Sharing this on the seller social media. This is so critical. If you are the listing agent, and even if you're the selling agent, now if you're the selling agent, you're going to have to, for pending, you're going to have to edit the email when I can right here. And I'm just going to flip this to be more appropriate for I'm the selling agent. But what you want to do, all right, if you're a listing agent, all you have to do is click the green, send to seller, or if you haven't put in the information before, you may have to, it may say add seller info, drop in the seller's email, all right, and salutation, and click send. And then do it for the e-flyer. So there's 2 tools for the sellers, for the seller to share with their SOI. The post to put on Facebook and the e-flyer. Both of them are going to link to the single property website. And the single property website, let me just show that to you one more time. This could be a full screen video. All right. Notice, see how that property description, quote unquote, is geared now towards homeowners. I got a video right here talking about how I sold. They can get their home value, my marketing plan. I have a client review video. They can download PDF guides. I've got a community video. So if you've got if you got like a YouTube channel, you can put videos like this. All right. Check this out. My client reviews, maps and local, more listings. And I got a client review video and some listings. So I've got 2 videos here, and I could have had a property video as well on the very top. I could have had a 3D tour. Oh, let me click the back button. There we go. And so for the e-flyer for the seller sphere of influence, again, click that green button, drop in the seller's info. Normally it will auto populate from the previous, from the post, but if not, just add the information, click send. And here's what you're going to do. Here's what's going to happen. Here's what you're going to do. The seller, all right, the homeowner, they're going to get 2 emails, one for the social media post, one for the e-flyer. They're both going to come from your email address. You're going to be CC'd as the agent. So Deb, you're going to get an email. You're going to get 2 emails, and that is going to be your cue to call the seller up, and you'd say something to the effect of, "Hey, Lauren, Scott here. Just want to let you know, your home is now pending, and we got the inspections coming up. But listen, I am not going to stop marketing your property until we close escrow, or at least until the contingencies are removed. But I'm going to just say until we close escrow." So to that point, I got a Facebook ad going. I just did a couple of social media posts. I got some other things going on to market the property, but I sent you something to share on email and something to share on Facebook, just because you likely know people still who know people that want to move to the area. And with the way the market is right now, with the way, transactions are going, I am not taking my foot off the pedal. And I am telling you, your clients are going to think you are just a rock star. They're going to think you're the hardest working agent in the industry. Like, man, this guy doesn't stop. Even we got an offer, we accepted the offer, and he's still not stopping. He's still promoting our property. And what's going to happen is the seller's sphere of influence is going to think the same thing. So when the seller's friends see that on Facebook and they see that their friend's home is pending, who do you think the people that are thinking about selling their home are going to contact? All right, who do you think is going to get some phenomenal leads from some of the best people out there? All right, you just got someone's home in a contract as either the listing or the selling agent. You got them to post about it. All right, you got them to share an email promoting that. And those people that are thinking about selling in particular, but also some of the ones thinking about buying, they're going to comment, they're going to click through, they're going to become a lead on the single property website. They're going to reach out to you directly, maybe via social media. All of this has happened with our clients. So get these 2 these are, I think, some of the most overlooked tools in the system. And every so often I'll get a top producer or just another great agent coming to me and they'll say, "God, I didn't use these tools for so long, and I did, and I got some great great leads from it." So we don't want that to happen to you. I want to make sure that you're using this out of the gate. Next up is the nearby homeowner letter. You'll see you can edit, download, or send. You can even print and mail. I'm going to download the PDF. And we got the postcards and door hangers as well. So the letter, the postcards, or the door hangers. Notice, right? Hope you're having a great week. Just want to let you know that 4550 Prospect Circle in Folsom went pending, expected to close soon. You can get all the information, price, and photos by going to. They can send a text. They can scan the QR code. And then there's a little blurb about when this home is sold, it will affect your home's value because they live right around the property. And so we're doing two things with one piece of content. We're letting them know that the listing is right around the corner from them or right near them, is in contract. So that's going to get their attention. And then we're letting them know that when that property closes escrow, when it is sold, it's going to affect their home value. So this letter is phenomenal for getting some great seller leads. It's awesome to mail. There's a great program. You got Mailbox Power, you got Thanks.io. There's also a website called Zaire Mail, ZAIR mail.com. In fact, let me go ahead and put this into the chat. What I like about Zaire Mail over Mailbox Power or Thanks.io is just one simple thing. I don't need an account, or I don't need a paid membership. So there's no monthly fee to use Zaire Mail. Easy enough. And here's the most important thing. So that's one thing I love about it. I mean, I love Mailbox Power. Everybody knows I love Mailbox Power, but it's a whole nother thing where, I got to have a monthly subscription. So if I've got it, phenomenal, use Mailbox Power. But if you don't, and you just want to be able to send something without having to pay another monthly fee, then I would recommend Zaire Mail. And the reason I do is very, very important. And make sure that you do this when you use them. You can have handwritten font on the envelope, and that is critical. They will also put a first class stamp on the envelope. That is also critical. We want the homeowners, when they get this in the mail, to feel like it's a personal letter of some sort. We don't want it to look like the water bill. They will just throw it away. It'll be a waste of time, a waste of money, and you won't be very happy about it. So if you're going to use the mail, now you could do it yourself. You could just print up the letter itself at home, buy some green and red and yellow and black envelopes so it looks more like a party invitation. People do that and get phenomenal results. Dustin Fox, he used to tell me that he would get markers, like the kind of the party metallic markers, so that when the letter got delivered to a property, to a home with the nearby homeowner letter in it, that it got opened every single time because it looked like a party invitation. And that's what we want. Now, personally, if I could, I would door knock this. So I would pick a Saturday mid-morning. Maybe I do a weekday mid-morning or early evening, and I would door knock with that. And what I would also do, and I'll show you where it is in the account here in a minute, but I would print up my listing presentation, maybe 4 or 5 copies of it, and just have that with me, so that as I meet somebody at the door, I can let them know, hey, in fact, let's just roll through this real quickly. So if you're going to door knock with this, and in fact, if I go back to, again, listingsleads.com/pending, and if I go to the nearby homeowner letter part of this page, you're going to see door knocking, right? So we talk about, again, I could use RedX, My Plus Leads, get a list, mail it out with Zaire Mail or Mailbox Power or whatever. But I can also door knock and circle prospect with this thing. So if I was door knocking, what I would do is I would knock on the door, take a couple of steps back, and if and when they come to the door, I would just say, hey, 5530 Douglas Boulevard around the corner just went into contract. I'm the listing agent, I'm the selling agent, and I just wanted to let you know about it because, home values are going to change once that property closes escrow. And so I just wanted to make sure that you knew about it. On this page, there is a text code that you can send a text to, or scan the QR code if you like to see the inside of the property and get more information about it. What I love about pending is some of the people are going to start asking you, what did it go into contract for? What is it selling for? Yada, yada, yada. How long has it been in the market for? For the things like the price or how many offers or things like that, you're not going to be able to tell them until after it closes escrow. So it's a great way to start building a super high intent list for people to get back to, on top of the leads that you're just going to get from people that are going to at some point want to sell. And so again, that's why I would door knock with a letter, because when I'm face to face with somebody, my ability to close them or to at least develop a next action item, like a next thing to do with them, is 10x, at least 10x. And then that's why I would carry a couple of copies of these, because that way, if I do end up talking to them, I can say, yeah, this was my marketing plan to get the home sold. It's a 100+ point home marketing plan. And we do Facebook ads like this, and we got e-flyers like this right here. And, I'm kind of walking them through, and, this is my single property website. I do short form videos. Those are really popular on TikTok. You could literally do like a quasi modified listing presentation just inside the conversation. And then if you see them start looking at it, I would just say, are you thinking about selling your home in the next 12 months? Like, what's going on? Yeah, da, da, da. I would give them a damn copy of this. I would hand this to them and say, here, why don't you keep this? And then, I'll follow up with you based on what they told you about selling their property. And now they've got this in their hand. Now they've actually got this because I printed up 4 to 5 copies and I'm able to hand them out. And hey, if I don't meet anybody, I don't talk to anybody, I don't hand anything out, I still got them. They're still good to go for next time. Make sense, everybody? Let me know. Type in that you get what I'm talking about right there. Because that, I'm telling you, is a game changer. It's going to help you get more listings. Here are the postcards. We got postcards. Postcards are, look at that beautiful, beautiful postcard. I take the Jordan Cohen marketing, and I've always, it's funny. His book came out a couple of years ago. We started the company 15 years ago. And so, oh, John, you're on the call. So John, you just got your thing in the mail. Make sure you order 10, 20, or 30 copies so we can get those to you ASAP. But so Jordan Cohen wrote the book Agent's Edge. I believe I got to find my daughter stole my copy. My daughter took my copy. She got a real estate license. She's got my copy of the book. I should just get another copy of it, I guess. But he talks about how the home, the property itself, should be what is highlighted most, not your picture, right? People will get to know who you are. They're going to love you. But when I'm doing marketing of my properties, I'm not putting my face in front of everything, right? I mean, I know I'm good looking, but I'm not the star, right? The home is the star, right? We're all beautiful. We're all lovely. That's phenomenal. But, you'll see here, right? There's the home. It looks beautiful. Pending. All right. We got the URL. We got the QR code. We got the text code. And then on the back of the postcard, that's where your pretty little picture will be with your profile information. And these all change colors depending on your what you selected out of your appearance. And I can always change these colors if I want to. We have a circle prospecting script. Next up is the e-flyer for your database. This is so critical to get to our database. Whether we send it through listings to leads, to all of our leads, or we take it to Follow Up Boss, Bold Trail, Lofty, all right, whatever it is that you're going to be sending this with, we want to get this to our database. Like I said, at least our homeowners. So we got the blurb about the fact that it just went into contract. And again, as a listing or selling agent, I want this out. Now, one note about you selling agents, make sure you don't take the listing agent's photos unless you ask them first. All right. Don't take the listing agent's photos unless you ask them first. And I wouldn't even ask them. I would just take a couple of photos during the first inspection. Or if I'm thinking ahead of time, I would just take photos at some point, maybe during the first or second preview. Because typically when a client makes an offer on a property, either I'm there with them at the showing or I'm at the property at some point before that offer is accepted. I mean, very rarely did I ever have a property go into contract on the buy side where I wasn't at it at least once, if not twice. Sometimes, unfortunately, 3 times. But the e-flyer, here's the thing. it links back to the single property website. And then below it, people can get their home value. All right. When this home was sold, will affect your home value. So people can get the home value automatically, absolutely automatically. And then the signature, right? Home value and my client reviews. So I got all my client reviews right here, my 100-point home marketing plan, a client review video. This is my listings to leads client review website. Notice the domain, scottpierce.amazingclientreviews.com. All of you have one of those domains. So we want to send this to our database. So either click send now, and then it'll ask me, well, who do you want to send it to? And I'll select, and then click send. Or the easy, you can copy code, but if you just click in here, select all and copy it. So, Command A, Command C, Control A, Control C, go to follow-up boss. Let me pull that over here. Give me a second. I'm going to pull that over here. Let me log in, and I'll be right back into this screen here. People. I'm just navigating. There we go. I'm going to bring this over. So whatever CRM you're using, just go to wherever you send out an email, right? You'll see a blank box. And then if I just paste what I copied from listings to leads, look at that. Gorgeous. All the links are going to work. The first 5 photos will slide through the show. That looks beautiful. This looks awesome. Everything is right there. And I would just say another home pending in, or Folsom. In this case, it's Folsom. Right? I don't want to give too much information, but another home pending in Folsom. Boom, bada bing. Get that out to your database. And then I would call through, we got a database call script. I would call through some of the leads in my database. So I would call through, or not leads, or just people in my database. Again, I love pending because, it makes me like a rock star. When a homeowner hires an agent, they're not hiring you to market their property per se. They're hiring you to get their property sold. However you do that, they don't really care. I mean, you could just literally sit there and don't do a thing and bring them an offer, for over asking, and they're going to absolutely love you. That you did no marketing wouldn't matter to them because they got a more than full offer on their property. But if you have to do a lot of marketing and it takes a few weeks or a month and you get a full offer, they're still going to love you. So however you get the thing sold doesn't matter. Most of the time we have to do marketing. That's why we exist as a company. But my point is, when that listing goes into contract, that's when I become the hero as the agent. That's like the first step of the hero's journey as far as the seller is concerned, as far as other homeowners are concerned. Other homeowners, they don't really care that I'm marketing a listing in their area. What they care about is, did I get it into contract and did I get it closed? So once I've got a listing that's in contract, I would spend double the money, double the time marketing it because I'm the hero. And other homeowners want to work with heroes. They want to work with successful people. And by getting that home into contract, that shows I am on my way to successfully getting this thing closed. Now, if this is a very tenuous thing, I may wait. All right. I may wait until I'm a little bit more sure that this contract is going to stay in place. Right. So if I got a buyer who, they only put down $1,000 security deposit and, and their agent messed up the contract 20 times, I may wait until a couple of weeks into it before I start doing a ton of marketing. Right. I don't want to fall out and have to do all this all over again, but you get my point. So anyways, we got a database call script. Call some of the leads in your database. Call some of the contacts in your database. Next up, and we should be done by about 5 after. I apologize for going a little bit long, but we'll try to. We got the short form video and the stuff for Instagram Reels, Stories, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. And then I'm going to cover that yard sign with a little bit more detail. So for the short form video script, the script is right here. All right. If you're on your laptop, you can just send it to yourself. And then, or you can just, that way I can just copy and paste it into my teleprompter app and record it. Once you've done a couple of these, you can just wing it. But at least use this as your reminder to make sure that you do a short form video. Because again, we got an ad. That's a paid ad that we're going to get name, email, phone number, and generate some really good leads, along with selling time frame and the ultimate guide to selling a home offer. We got the social media posts that we looked at. We got a short form video script right here. So we're going to do a short form video on TikTok and Instagram. And then, as I showed you earlier, back at listingstoleads.com/pending, we've got all the Instagram store. Where are they at? They're up here. We got all of these. I don't know why we're not showing TikTok and YouTube Shorts, but you get the idea, right? Instagram stories. Click here to see examples. And then if you don't know how to do these, there are a couple of how-to videos for both Instagram and TikTok. But let me just show you the examples. And there's screenshot examples as well. And I recommend doing one a day. I would do the front of the house, the kitchen, the living room, the backyard, the bedroom. I wouldn't do one full video and just blow it all in one post. I would break out each area of the property. So check this out. It says just sold, but you get the idea. Pending in Folsom. Our 100-point home marketing plan wins again. And then I got a poll. Thinking about selling your home and want to download Secrets to Selling Your Home Fast Guide. And the poll, people can just tap yes, curious, looking to buy. Here's another one. Again, pending in Folsom. Get your current home value estimate for free now. And check this out. See there where it says free home value estimates right here? People can click. And there we go. So here's the thing. Most YouTube videos, most TV shows, they may start out as whatever, but every show you see on TV, the main goal of that TV show is to be able to run commercials for you to watch. The main reason for YouTube to play videos that you want to watch, right, in the algorithm is so they can run more ads to you. Because they know if they show you videos that you like, you're going to suffer through the ads if you don't have YouTube Premium or whatever it is, right? So think of the same thing with your content. So right here, the goal of this obviously is to get in front of my audience and is to engage with them. But I want to make sure I got good offers. Otherwise, it's a complete, I don't want to say it's a waste of time, but you're leaving money on the table. Could you imagine? Now, it would be phenomenal if I could watch TV with no commercials. I mean, if I could watch the NFL, well, I don't watch the NFL. If I could watch, I don't even know what I like. I haven't watched TV in so long. But Seinfeld. Let's say I'm watching Seinfeld on the TV or something. If I could watch it without commercials, that'd be phenomenal. But I know there's commercials, so whatever. The commercials are going to play. But imagine if they didn't have commercials. Well, it'd be great for us, but it would be really bad for them because how are they making money? And so it's kind of similar with us, but with us, it's better here because while I'm letting everybody know that this home in Granite Bay is now another home sold, another home pending, this is not a full ad, but I'm able to get my link, my value offer in front of them for free. Get the 100-point plan now. So when I say to you, I would do one post a day for my pending or sold listing, and I would swap out the links and the polls. It's because it gives me another opportunity to engage and generate leads. All right. Another pending in Rockland, click below. So this is going to go to the single property website. So every one of these posts, this is not an altruistic thing I'm doing. It is, I guess, if you want to say that, but what is it really? it's an opportunity for me to put something out there that is going in a way that can engage and offer value to people, and for me to generate leads. Right? Send me the ultimate guide to selling your home. Yes, send me the email. So that's another poll. Another home pending in Folsom. Get your free home value estimate here. Right? Which makes sense, right? If I see, oh, there's another home pending down the street. Yeah, I wonder what my home is worth. And I got a poll. What's holding you back from selling your home? So I want you to use these as inspiration, right? Get the free home seller negotiation secret guide. Get the 100% home marketing plan. Come on, anybody thinking about selling their home is going to click on that, right? Get our 100% home marketing plan now, right? So yeah, use that. Oh, God dang it. All right. Use this as inspiration for your pending listings. And if you need the videos on how to do it, they're right there. All right. Single property website. We got the full screen standard versions. All right. Virtual tours, the same thing. The listing flyers, again, you're going to want to get these, get them on the yard sign. Now, if you're the selling agent, you're not going to be able to do that. I get it. But if you're the listing agent, you definitely want those listing flyers on your yard sign. Let me just show you. I tell you, I go to open houses probably 2 to 3 every couple of weeks. Like a couple of times a month, I'll spend an afternoon, like 2 or 3 hours going to open houses. And I never really paid attention. Well, no, I mean, that's not right. I never really appreciated the flyers for, like this. And I'm telling you, most of them are awful. I don't want to say pathetic, but they are, right? The branding is minimal. Like, I don't know, like where do these agents get these flyers from? I don't know, but the branding is awful. The messaging is awful. The engagement on them is awful. With ours, by default, look at that. I got a QR code that scans to the property website. I got the domain, right? Pending in Folsom, thebestlisting.com. That's the domain. And then I got the text code right there, all automated. This is just the listing flyer. I didn't do anything special. Looks absolutely awesome. Sign writers. So when you have an extension, right? So 236-498 6359. When you get a property ID, those stay with your account. So I can get, and let's see, where's that yard sign? All right. Anyways, when you click this, typically the yard sign, let me just refresh this. Go to sign writers. The sign writers will appear here, and then you can order them. And what I want to mention is you can move them around. So once I've got a sign writer created, there we go. So like this one, when this listing is sold and I need to take the yard sign down, I would take the sign writer here and I would just put it on a new listing. So I can reassign the listing that this text code is associated with. So again, once I've got this, I can just move it from one listing to another as needed. All right. So let me show you one more thing here real quickly. If you go to, and if there's any questions, please let me know. And it's already 12:04. So I'm pretty much done marketing, talking about pending listings. I think if you do what we talked about, don't try to do it all in one day, right? The listing is going to be in contract for probably 4 weeks, right? If it's 3 weeks, phenomenal. If it's 5 weeks, whatever. But it's not like I got to get all of this done right now. So get our checklist. So download the checklist, have it in front of you, and just make the best concerted effort that you can to get through that entire list. All right. Let's say it's a 30-day escrow. Challenge yourself. Can I do a short every single day while that listing is in contract? That should be a challenge to you. Of course you can. And the beautiful thing is maybe 10, 15, 20% of your audience are going to see every post. or any of your posts for that matter. So it's not like you're going to be doing too much. One day I might do an image of the front of the house, and I've got an offer, or check out the single property website. Next day I do the kitchen, and I do a poll with the guide, ultimate guide to selling your home. I mean, in Listings to Leads, you got 40 plus different guides for homeowners, 40 different for home buyers, all the different landing pages. One of the ones I did in Instagram was another home pending in Folsom. Check out a cash offer. And I linked to the iBuyer landing page. So there are so many different offers that you can make using Listings to Leads and social media for absolutely free. Absolutely free. Doesn't cost a dime. The biggest problem most of you have is you do it a couple of times, nothing happens, and you quit. That's the problem most of you, right? And you're no different than anybody else. For anyone that is successful doing this, the first thing is consistency over time. Consistency over time is an absolute requirement, because there's maybe 0.00001% of the people that can go viral or build an audience in 2 or 3 posts. It doesn't happen. It may take a month, it may take 3 months, it may take 6 months, but it is consistency over time. Because if you're a halfway intelligent person, what will happen as you're consistent over time, you'll start paying attention to what works. You'll get better at doing it. You'll start having fun doing it. You'll find it's a lot easier to do. You'll come up with even more ideas of what to do. But none of that is even possible without consistency over time. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, John? The whole idea? Because if you're not consistent over time, you'll have no good ideas. Nobody will ever find you. Your stuff will never go anywhere, right? You'll be, 7 views, 15 views, 3 views, or whatever it is. So when you've got Listings to Leads and you've got all the different offers that you can make with our program, you can offer homeowners so many different things. A cash offer, right, with the iBuyer landing page. A home value with our free home values landing page. Any one of 40 different PDF guides, 5 dangers of overpricing your home, 25 insider secrets of home selling, home seller negotiation secrets. So there's so many different great guides that you can offer people. How to sell a home in probate, 1031 exchanges. We got the tired landlord coming soon. Right. We got so many different guides that you can offer through those stories. And we got, if you go back to that page, those examples, a lot of great poll ideas for you. All right. So if you've got a pending listing, challenge yourself over the next 21, 14, 30 days of doing a short every single day until that thing closes escrow. So what I wanted to show real quickly is under Edit, Photos. So here I can rearrange so the best 5 are up front. All right. And that's what I've already done. I don't know where that second picture of the kitchen came from, but so I got front, living. In fact, I'm going to put kitchen. So front, kitchen, living room, backyard, and then there's a wine cellar. Click save. If I've got a 3D tour or a video, I can add that here. And there's something called sections. And notice here, top 10 best things to do in Folsom. All right, see that right there? Top 10 best things to do in Folsom. And it's for this Folsom property. And if I come back to the property website again, here's that video. Top best things in Folsom. 2 things I'm going to show you real quickly, and then we're done for the day unless anybody's got a question. And the first thing is I can move that up wherever I want. So let's say I'm going to put it right below photos. And now, next I'm going to show you how to actually add it. So boom, right now it moved up right below or right above this right here. All right, so you can move it around. And well, how do you do this? So if anybody here has any property, now property video, you add it at the listing level. But if I've got a community video, client review video, maybe a video about how I help home buyers or how I help home sellers, check this out. It's so awesome. Go to settings, sections, and Deb, if you're still on this call, I know I want to see you doing this. So again, settings, sections, add section. Oh, you know, it's so funny. Last night I bought getdownpaymentassistance.com. Isn't it crazy that was even available? Like, wow. Then I put right here. So I can put embed code. I can type. I can upload images. There is a icon, add YouTube video, right? Almost like center left on the top row. And here I can drop in a YouTube video. And if anybody how many people? We got people. All right, yeah, hold on. So let me go grab a video. Hold on a second here. I'm going to do Folsom Community Tour. Best neighborhoods in Folsom. Let me just find one. All right. So here's a Folsom Lake College virtual tour video. Boom. I'm going to drop the link, hit insert, and I will put Folsom College tour. So check this out. So I can assign it to current listings. So I'm just going to select, I'm going to come in later and delete it, but I'll just select a few of my Folsom listings. And then this is where it gets really sweet. Do not include with unbranded. So, you know, depending on, you know, whatever. Do not, I'm going to click do not, it won't autoplay anyways because of the way the browsers work, but I'm going to say do not autoplay. I don't want a video. Now, if it's my property video on the top, that I will have autoplay, and I do. But for a video that's down on the page, you do not want the person opening up your single property website and all of a sudden 3 or 4 videos or even 2 videos start playing. And they're like, where the hell is that coming from? And they're not going to think it's here. They're going to be like, do I have another program open that's playing audio? So I always make sure I say, do not autoplay. And then check this out. Associate this with all new listings. I can say yes, but I don't. Select by status. So this might be my home buyer, my home seller. So I can say my home buyer video, put with all my coming soon, just listed, active, my home seller videos, in contract, pending, just sold. Makes sense. Or my community videos, new listings in. There we go. Associate this with all new listings in, either by zip code or by city. And because this video is about Folsom, I'm going to select Folsom and I'm going to click save. And now check this out. When I go check, it's going to look a little bit weird maybe, but now when I just default, I got a listing, my property video, professional photos. I've got 3D tour. That's my community video. Client review video. And there we go. Folsom College tour. And as you saw earlier, I could move it up so it's more near the top if it's appropriate, right? But isn't that cool? And now I can play it. And so that's why I put in the mastermind group the other day. If any of you are doing video, John, yeah, 100%. John says, I like to use evergreen videos by default, 100%. So John, if you got a video and you want to, if you want me to help you out with this, let me know. Send me your video. Let me know, should it be assigned by area, by status, or just to a particular listing? But what I would love to see you do, John, and this is for all of you, is to take these evergreen videos that you're doing on YouTube, where someone has to go to YouTube. They got to find you on YouTube. Now, let's actually get those videos into the single property website and listings to leads. So as I'm doing a Facebook ad, a social media post, the tools to the seller, all of this great marketing that I'm doing, if I've got a pending listing and I'm going with a nearby homeowner letter, somebody scans the QR code, they go to my pending website. Wouldn't it be phenomenal if there was a video talking about how I helped homeowners get their home sold in Folsom, right? That would be amazing. Well, they're not going to find it on YouTube. And it would be like, how am I going to market that YouTube video? Now, obviously I get YouTube ads. I get that. But I'm talking about in the standard, in my general marketing of the properties. And that's what gets the most views, right? When I market a listing, that gets so many great views. But then how can I leverage that and bring in this evergreen content that I've got on YouTube? Because then I can get it gets more plays. So even though that video is played here, the content creator gets credit. That's me playing this video right here, right? Me playing that video counts as a view to that content creator. So it's going to help you get more views, get a bigger audience, get more people to see it. And then in turn, that's going to put it in front of more people. So if you're doing YouTube, get into the mastermind group, drop in a link to your video. If you need help with it, I'll even do it for you, get our support team to do it for you, add it to your account. And so that way, John, the really cool thing is next time you got a listing either in that status or in that location, the video will automatically be put with it. So it'll be and then if you wanted to move it up, you can, but you don't need to because it's already going to be there. And as people are looking at your marketing, you're going to get more plays on the video. And then that way people can see you, see how awesome you are, and all that good stuff. So anyways, with that, I'm keeping you all too late. I apologize. I hate going this long, but I appreciate your time. Any last minute questions before we go on a Friday? All right. So thank you everybody for joining us. Have an awesome day. Have an awesome weekend. And we'll talk to you next week. Get with our support team. Get into the mastermind group. We'll talk to you soon.